Hello everyone, welcome to DS Travel. I'm Dan, I'm in Beijing right now, and today it's a little rainy in Beijing, but as a street food eater, I can't let a little rain stop me from finding the best, most authentic Beijing street food. And today we're gonna start around the east side of the Forbidden City and try to find all the hidden gems, the most authentic Beijing street food joint that's been around for ages, hidden in the tiny hutong. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you don't miss out. And if you like this video, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button. That really helps me grow my channel. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Guys, this next place we are going to is also one of the best Mending Robin in Beijing. And it's really hidden in a small hutong. But there's something special. It's right by the city wall of Forbidden City. I mean, you can't get much closer to the Forbidden City than this place. Alright guys, we're at永盛斋Mending Robin, and they're really famous for their doornail meat pie, and that's what I got here. Just judging from the size, it's a little smaller than the one we went to, about the same thickness, but this one really crunchy on the outside and it's packed with juices. So I already dripped the juices out. Let me show you guys. So much juice right here. The recipes, the skills has been passing down from generations to generation for 7 generations, like almost 200 years. That's something. And I also ordered another really popular item. That's a beef scallion dumpling, 25 dumplings. It's looking really plump. Okay, let's get started with that Mending Robin. Oh, juice explosion. Oh my, super flavorful. It's been made for a while already, but top and bottom is still crunchy, really chewy. The nice dough is chewy, and then meat filling, super flavorful. You know, not overly salty, just right amount of savoriness, and that vinegar removes some of that greasiness, just adds another sour aroma. Really nice, so juicy, so flavorful. I drink some soup that's, you know, peeking out from the side. Oh. Next, let's try the beef with scallion dumpling. 25 of them for 25 Chinese yuan. I'm gonna try one without any dipping sauce first. Oh, that skin, you can really feel it's actually hand rolled. Nice chewiness to it, and has a nice strength. When you bite into it, it's not as juicy as the Mending Robin, but it's still really moist and flavorful. And that beef flavor, really nice. Savory, but not overly salty. You can still taste that scallion texture in there. Phenomenal. Really nice, really nice. Guys, right up front, inside this little hutong, I heard got one of the best ShaoBing and Tang Ho Sao in Beijing. Let's go check it out. spraying sesame paste onto the dough. Then start rolling up the dough. Layers of dough and sesame paste together. More sesame paste. Roll it up and it's ready for next step. Break the dough into smaller pieces. Make it nice and smooth. Putting on layer of batter. Adding on sesame. Put it into the oven and let's bake it. Alright guys, I'm at 实成吉烧饼铺and I've got 3 of their signature items. The first one, 烧饼夹肉, and I also got the ShaoBing with sesame paste on the bottom. It's another famous Beijing street food. It's called Tang Ho Sao. The literal translation is like sugar burned with fire. We're gonna see how this tastes like. And this place is really hidden in this tiny hutong, really authentic. I mean, it's a little hard to find, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, the first one we're gonna try that ShaoBing with beef shank in there. First bite. Whoa, this is phenomenal. It's crunchy, chewy, but the beef in there is gelatinous, little bouncy, and just really meaty. Oh, this is amazing. And this beef has been stewing for a while with their secret spice. Really has a deep, nice savoriness to it, and it's really tender. Oh, phenomenal. And another thing that really surprised me is that you won't feel it's dry at all. I mean, some of the ShaoBing that I had earlier, after a few bites, you just feel like it clogged in your throat. You can just swallow it. But this one goes down really smooth, really nice. Honestly, this is better than the one I had in Liujie. Recommend it, highly recommend it. Now let's try Tang Ho Sao, and it's looking really nice. It's got really layers of dough and sesame and brown sugar in there. Wow, I'm guessing there's layers of heaven right here. Let's have a bite. Really nice. That soft, nice, chewy dough. One bite into it, it gets through layers of multiple texture. That chewy dough, then you hit that soft brown sugar layer, and then you can taste that sesame aroma just comes out. Really sweet and sesame. Not overly sweet. That sweet has like unique brown sugar sweetness. Really mild and really comforting. Wow, this is phenomenal. One more bite. Okay, we got one more. This is actually the savory kind of pastry. It's with sesame paste. Let's take a bite. Phenomenal. This is really phenomenal. I mean, this is probably one of the best ShaoBing that I had in Beijing. On the very top, it's really generously packed with sesame. Before you bite into it, you can already smell or feel the nice roasted aroma from the sesame. And top surface really, really crunchy. You bite into it, it cracks, and then you get to that layers of dough mixing with the sesame paste. It's super nice. Happy. Alright guys, this place right behind me is one of the most authentic Beijing meat pie. It's 宝瑞门钉肉饼. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, we're at 宝瑞门钉肉饼 and they are very famous for their 门钉肉饼. And 门钉 is basically doornail, 肉饼 is just meat pie. This is the doornail that's on the Forbidden City, on the gate, that gigantic doornail. So this thing needs to be thick and big, just like the doornail. And also, I also got another dish, 麻豆腐. The literal translation is 囊敏豆腐. I never had this before. Let's give it a try. Let's start with that doornail meat pie. The most authentic way to eat it, open the top of that 肉饼, drizzle vinegar onto it, close it, and now we are ready to take our first bite. This is phenomenal. When you first bite into it, it's actually crunchy on all sides. I mean, the top, bottom, and sides, all very crunchy. And after the crunchiness, the nice chewy dough, and you get to that meat filling, packed with meat filling, so plump. And you can also taste that little bit of that scallion texture, and just the nice savory mixture of that beef and that scallion. Really nice. Also, of course, I drizzle the vinegar over it, so there's a light sourness, but it's not very sour. I think there's a dark vinegar on the sweet side, and the texture is so crunchy and chewy and meaty. Phenomenal. One more bite. Wow, I only ordered one now. I might have to take some home. It's really amazing. Let's move to the 麻豆腐. This is certainly something that, you know, special to Beijing. I mean, it looks a little scary. First bite. It's really interesting. The texture is really soft, almost a little creamy, but you can still taste that tofu slightly bouncy texture in it, in the flavor. It's actually quite sour, slightly nangmin, and a little bit like, I think, probably fermented tofu flavor. It's really interesting, but it's really flavorful. And there are some peas that's hidden inside this tofu. So when you bite into it, you still get like peanut-like crunchiness in there. It's really rich in texture.